And welcome back to the Create Mod here on Music Free Gaming. I may not be able to get words out, but this is a great day to be here because I've got some fun plans. No, seriously, they're fun. I hope. I think. I'm going to have fun anyway. So I've got all of this space up here on top of my storage room and all of this stuff, right? And I can even get to the right view, right? Remember a few episodes I threw this up and it was pretty, but it's one wall. Well, I think it's time to expand this area out, and I've got some plans. So I think this is going to be cool. So let's jump into it, and I'll talk about maybe what I'm going to be doing here, perhaps. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't, but we're going to get there. So one of the things I want to do is I want to have a little bit more room for bulk storage back here. Now, yes, I've got lots of bulk storage space I'm not using, right? All through here. I've got space over there. But what I want to do is I want to have space on top here as well. That way I've got room for all of the goodies that I may never actually use, but that I want to have in bulk. I don't need this much bulk storage space, but I want to have it. I want to have the ability to have it in place, right? And you can see I was doing a little bit of playing with a storage vault up here. That's basically where I want the second layer of bulk storage to go. But it's not going to fit here for a number of reasons. But the biggest one is I have some other plans. So what I want to do is I want to move this belt. So that I can slide the vault forward, and then I'm going to run the belt on top of the vaults. Well, and on top of the vaults with funnels on top, and basically load them from the top. So here's the idea. I've got a little bit of put a couple of storage vault things here. Obviously, it's not a full vault. It's just an example. With the vault on top, or a funnel on top, there'd be another one on the bottom, right? So it'd feed in one, spit out the other, you know, that basic thing. And I'm going to run the mechanical belt across the top. So basically, it's on top of where all of these chests are. Now, the cool thing is, these chests are coming out. I had I was going to, like, sort all of the glass and stuff all through here. I've had a change of plans, and I'll show you that in a minute. But the idea is I'm going to run the belt across the top here. It'll feed into the extra layers of bulk storage, right? Here's that vault I was showing you a moment ago. But it's also going to become a feed line for two sets of factories. One coming off this way, over this space, and one going off on top of my truck parking. And what I'm going to do on this side is I'm going to start building up some redstone factories. Because of all the things I hate creating, dispensers are one of them. And I would really, really like to automate that. So I don't know how far I'm going to get today, but that's the beginning of the plan. So let's dive into some actual building of stuff. The belt line is in. Now, I still have some decorative stuff to do. I want to put some things in here and maybe not use glass the whole way. I don't know. But stuff coming from this bottom belt hit the water stream just like they did before. Back up here. Now, I could use fans and chutes and stuff, but honestly, the vanilla water stream is just fast and simple, and there's no reason to worry about it. I've also expanded out one of these storage modules so you can see how far out into the room these are going to go. For the most part, I can just stand on them. I'm not going to have to worry about any of this stuff as I build out the redstone farms. It'll just be in the floor, and that's great. So here it is. The belt comes all the way down, of course. And then I'll just free cam because it's faster. I expanded the drop chute. And again, I could use chutes, but this is going to be a lot faster because a chute can only hold 16 items. I could use a smart chute, which holds 64, but why? I mean, I'm just going to be dropping the stuff down onto this belt. So let's just let it fall. It works great. So there is the new belt. I am an idiot. Okay. We're just this is close-up cam. If you ever wanted to know what an idiot looks like, here he is. This is it. Hi, I'm an idiot. Let me show you what I screwed up this time. So remember, I built the frog light farm, and part of the reason I built the farm was so I could put frog lights up here instead of the glowstone. And I have to admit, it looks so much better. Looks so much better. I love it. But I'm an idiot. Frog lights are a solid block. I can't open any of these chests. I have to put the glowstone back and use something else, which means because the glowstone looks horrendous, my only other option up there is going to have to be sea lanterns. And I don't have sea lanterns. Fortunately, I know where there's a guardian temple, but I was about to say guardian farm. There's a guardian farm in the pre-stages of being built, I suppose. So I haven't even started yet. So I'm gonna have to take all of these out, put the glowstone back, and then every time I look at that glowstone, it's gonna be just a reminder that it was placed by somebody who totally forgot that frog lights are solid blocks. While I'm down here lamenting my weakened mental ability, I've got all the glowstone now back. Hey, I thought I'd show you this little expansion I've got going on. And unfortunately, the expansion does not include headroom. I decided I needed a little more space for some librarians. So I stacked another row of librarians up here. And I've been trading with a few of them to get, stuff. I finally got a looting librarian. I have been rolling librarians forever to get this guy. And a sharpness 5, which will be kind of nice. Got that on my axe now, which is lovely. I'm not entirely sure I like this view of the librarians. This actually looks really, really sad, and the librarians look really, really sad. And I think maybe I need to cover it up so I don't see all of their sadness. But boy, that really makes it look like a librarian prison. Oh, man. It's like 1984, man. The next thing I want to do is put a ceiling over my truck parking. And I'm going to go with something like this. Now, what this is stonecutters, right? Really, really cool design. It gets a little funny when you get up here. It's like, oh yeah, this is safe. This looks totally safe. I'm going to walk across this. So for the moment, I'm just going to slap some oak planks along the top. But as I build out the factory over here, I may do a little bit to change that up. The other thing I can do is, I gotta get up. Unfortunately, they're slabs. The other thing I could do is I could add in, well, maybe not right there, but I could add in just stone slabs. Now the stone slabs are a little bit lighter color, right? So if I free cam down here, you can see there's a little bit of a difference. But if I need something I need to or want to replace the stone cutters with the slabs, I could do that, and it might actually end up making a cool pattern. I could maybe continue, like if it's a line or a stripe, I can continue it all the way across. I don't know, but I think it'll end up being a nice look, at least on the inside here of the truck parking. Well, I've got the first little bits of my redstone factory in place. Pretty basic, because it actually doesn't even create redstone stuff yet. So I've got some redstone storage here and some storage for any type of planks that I throw up there. And then for now, they'll get fed up into this machine to create sticks. Now I know I'm getting sticks from the tree farms when they run, But that's a little bit of a pain if I'm running out of them and stuff like that. So for now, we'll just take the planks and feed them up here. The next step in this line will be to create some, craft some redstone torches, because they're used in lots of things, right? Repeaters and comparators and things like that. But I think that's going to have to wait for another day. Just because, for time, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. There's a bunch going on here, and I don't need all of the redstone right away, but it's going to be nice to have. And then I guess I'll head back over and finish the roof. I had to stop. I was getting really, really tired of placing stonecutters, but that's an exciting project. So that's going to look so good underneath when it's done. All right, I decided to go ahead and at least put the redstone torch contraption in place. This is probably not the most effective way of doing it, but the idea is that I've got these brass tunnels here. This one will send redstone up this way. This one will send sticks up this way. And then they get fed down into the mechanical crafter, which then feeds into this hopper, which then feeds into the vault. So the idea here, once everything is running, is that what I should be able to do, and this is the first time I've tried it, is I should be able to turn this on. So now it's calling for redstone, and now it's calling for sticks. All right. There we go. So we've got sticks coming up, we've got redstone coming up, and they're sort of alternating because that's how that works. So this will just call for it until I've got stuff. In fact, I'm going to dial this down just a bit. I don't need them to be up quite that high, I think. Whoa. Take that filter out, because that's going to cause... Really? That's going to cause problems. But, yeah, so we'll let those go. Now, what we should be seeing is... this thing should be filling up with stuff. So now what I should be able to do is I'm just going to temporarily, if I just take that out for a minute, and yeah, see, now we've got redstone torches climbing out of the box. So wonderful, wonderful. So now I've got it. I've got a machine that will create redstone torches. Unfortunately, this is going to go for a while. This will stock up here. And then this is... oh, this is very high. I'm going to dial this back. Because this is large. And I don't need it to be large because I need lots of redstone torches, though I certainly will need a bunch of them. But because having the vertical space... it was just nice. Just the 3x3, the size was really good here. So since it just made everything a little bit easier to work with. So there we go. Now I can craft redstone torches automatically, which is great. The only problem I have now is that the only way I have to get redstone for the moment is through trades. And that's a slow process. So I'm going to have to look at a faster way of generating redstone if I'm going to make this all work. But for now, I think we're okay. One last minor change that I made. I set up the stockpile switch to monitor the number of redstone torches that are hanging out in there. And I moved the clutch over this way so that when this thing gets full, the clutch will trigger and it will stop the crafters. Right, so it'll stop making stuff, but we'll still leave these guys open and running so that it'll still collect redstone, still collect sticks as it needs to, which will be nice so that I can instantly almost craft all of the redstone torches I need But it means I'm going to be stocking up on redstone dust. Good news is, it looks like 3 stacks in a little bit is about all this thing is taking in. So that's a win. But I'm going to have to come up with a better source for redstone than I've got, because going through the trading kind of stinks. And that's all the time I've got to work on stuff today. I've got some good progress going. I've got storage updated. I've got, well, I've got some automated redstone torch production going. And I've got a little bit of a start on the roof ceiling over there. I think I'm going to work on some of that off camera, because that's just going to take some time. But, you know, it'll still be really nice when it's done. But until then, I think this is going to be it for today. Thank you all for hanging out. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming, signing off.